Hello, I'm Charlotte and this is Desperately Seeking Charlotte. So welcome back to my channel. It has been a while. I just wanted to come on here today and explain the decision behind changing my channel name, what's been going on over the past few weeks, and just maybe talk about some of the things that have been helping me get through and hope that they can help you too. So first of all, the last few weeks I was feeling a little bit exhausted. I felt like I had another blockage. Things were really busy at work and I was kind of at that point, those of you that live with anxiety and depression will know, where you kind of know that, right, I need to have some time off soon, I need to have some chill time and really do some intensive self-care. And just as I got to that point where I had a few days off, I ended up being admitted to hospital. Not only did I have a small intermittent blockage again, but they also found things wrong with my appendix. So I went into hospital on the Tuesday night, and on the Friday, was it Friday or Saturday, I believed that I was going to be discharged, and it actually turned out that they came to say they were going to take my appendix out. So they did keyhole surgery to take that out, but while they were in there they found quite a few adhesions and things which I knew that I'd got, so sorted those out while they were in there, thank you NHS. And then yeah, it's just been a really slow recovery from there. I had an infection in one of my wounds. I had a drain, which if you've had surgery, I think having your drain taken out is the most painful thing in the world ever, but it's over quickly. So the nurse said that she was impressed. It's like, I've done this so many times. I was doing these deep breaths and I was like, it's a bit like they tell you to breathe in pregnancy. So not that I've ever been pregnant, but you know what I mean. And then so had this infection, had antibiotics for 5 days. Antibiotics do not go well with me anyway. So yeah, physically, one of the consultant that had, well, I think he's a registrar actually, but the surgeon that did my surgery said to me the next day, he's like, how are you? I was like, a bit sore. He said, well, you have been kicked by 2 horses. So yeah, so with that happening, my mental health just took a bit of a nosedive. Barely read anything this month, which Tom always says he knows that that's an indicator that my mental health isn't good, because I just stopped reading, stopped doing anything. And yeah, I had a couple of weeks, I've watched a lot of telly, which has been one of the things that's helped me through this, is watching kind of old favourite rubbish comedies and things. Watched quite a few films, again, old favourite comedies. And yeah, so something else that has really helped me is I've been going through magazines. I don't know if I've shared this before. I'm not sponsored by this. I know some of the big YouTubers are. I do have a code for you to get a free trial, but I'm not paid to talk about this. The code is something that anybody gets. So it's Readly on my iPad. I don't know how much you can see, but there are literally hundreds and hundreds of magazines. Readly costs $9.99 a month, and you can also, let's see what magazines are up. Okay, we'll pick Chat Special, or Chat. So if you go onto it, oh okay, so if I click on Chat, you can also go back through like back issues. So I have been really enjoying reading a lot of magazines and just getting any kind of health advice, any sleep advice, anxiety advice. I think I've read the whole back issue of Happyful magazine, which is fantastic. And like I say, $9.99 a month. I think just the repetitiveness of it for me. I didn't want to scroll Instagram because I do find some things on Instagram can be quite triggering for me at times. So just scrolling through magazines, especially recipe magazines, I've saved quite a lot of recipes that I want to make. And yeah, I'm just in this position now where I know that I've got to slowly start getting back to health. I think one of the things that our society tells us is that, you know, you have to hit the ground running on everything and like diet, exercise, all of this. Well, my diet for the first week after surgery consisted of custard and soup and jelly and rice pudding and toast and lots of cups of tea, and I am slowly getting there. But I've said before, like, that's a pretty low fibre diet, which most people wouldn't be recommended after surgery because the opiates can make you constipated, but my body does not know the meaning of the word constipated, so low fibre all the way for me. And that's really what's been going on the past couple of weeks. Now, before all that happened, I'd been thinking anyway about changing my channel name. I did change it before to Charlotte Lucy Loves and didn't like that. It didn't seem to fit. When I first started this channel as Books and Bargains, nearly 3 years ago now, I think, I was a student nurse. I was looking forward to this amazing career I was going to have as a nurse, and then due to surgery I ended up leaving my course, and then I went back to being a healthcare assistant through the pandemic. Working in the NHS got me to the point where I was like, I don't think I can do this anymore. I then left that job to go and work at Loros, but on my first day there ended up in hospital, and I'm now a support worker with learning disabilities. And there is still this little bit of me that feels like I need to properly grieve the life that I thought I was going to have, because me and Tom were talking this morning, like, we used to go on weekend breaks, etc., where we would just literally potter around. There was this one time in London, I think we walked like 13 miles in one day, and literally the next day I was like, oh, my legs are a bit sore, ha ha ha, let's carry on. Whereas now, even in Oxford the other week, and this was before my surgery this time, this one's really wiped it out of me. Like, one day just pottering about Oxford, I had to recover for a good few days afterwards, and I think I've kind of lost who I am, which is where the name Desperately Seeking Charlotte came back in, because I really want to rediscover who I am. This might sound really silly if you've not lived with chronic illness, but I feel like I don't know who I am anymore, and I feel like for a while I've just been playing the part of me. I did think it was getting better towards the end of last year, but then having another blow to my health, I think, has just kind of, I think I was climbing out of the hole and it's just pushed me straight back in it. So when I was doing all my nursing, Books and Bargains was perfect because it was just an escape from my normal everyday life as a student nurse and reading and charity shopping, and they are still two big passions of mine, but I want to develop this channel more. I really enjoy vlogging, and I really want to, I watch a lot of travel vlogs, and there's a lot of things that I think, well, I wouldn't be able to do that because it's like I couldn't go on a hike, I couldn't go anywhere really without knowing where the nearest toilet is. I like watching budget travel videos, but when they talk about hotels and they say, oh well, it's just to sleep in, well yeah, but if I don't get a good night's sleep, that impacts on my chronic illness. So I just wanted to, going forward, talk more about these things in relation to my chronic health. Anybody that's living with the NHS will know that doctors can change their mind a lot about diagnoses. So I was first diagnosed with IBS when I was 13 years old, I believe, and since then I've collected all these labels. And I was watching Doctor in the House a few weeks ago, and me and Dr. Chatterjee have a love-hate relationship. That makes it sound like I know him. I don't. I think a lot of the advice that he comes up with is quite sensible, but I do think he can be a bit blinkered when it comes to things. And this one statement that he made, I think it would depend on how you interpret it, but he basically got a children's toy train and he said to the woman that she's the front train and all these carriages are labels that she's been given by various doctors, and he wanted to take the labels away and just focus on her. Now, she didn't take it well because, and I get it, I know that there's a lot of doctors that gaslight patients. I've been gaslit myself plenty of times, including on this last admission, which if you want me to talk about, I will do that in another video. But the way that I saw it is, right now, instead of focusing on each different diagnosis, I want to go, okay, what are the symptoms that are really bothering me at the moment and what can I do about them? So the main things that I'm struggling with at the moment are fatigue, like ridiculously bad fatigue, gut symptoms, and the feeling low. So they're the three things that I'm going to really try and focus on over the next few weeks to like see what I can do about them. It's really difficult because I believe that everybody's different, and I don't want to sit here and turn my channel into this is what I did, so you should do it too and it will make you better, because even if you have the same symptoms as me, everybody is completely different. But I just kind of want to be able to openly talk about how I'm feeling. And I find the internet can be a bit of a strange place because I don't know how many of you follow Jenna. She used to be a Balanced Belly, but now she's Jenna Farmer UK, and she says it best, like the amount of people that she has Crohn's disease, and people will be like, oh, but have you tried this? Have you tried yoga? Have you tried Juice Plus? And a lot of the time I think people mean well, but these things are kind of touted as a miracle cure, and you know, it kind of makes you feel like you're to blame for what's going on with your body. Whereas like for me, I love doing yoga. I do yoga with Bird most days, and I love that Bird is very much, if you need to take this modification, do it, listen to your body. And yeah, so I never want to feel like I'm saying that because something worked for me, it could work for you. And also I'm happy to hear things that have helped other spoonies, but at the same time, when I'm feeling a bit fragile, it can sometimes feel like an attack. So yeah, there's a lot to navigate. And like I say, I want to, going forward, I'm still going to do book content. I'm still going to do a wrap up every month and a book releases I'm looking forward to in the next month. I want to do more vlog content. I really, when it comes to vlogs, want to do more travel vlogs and things from a chronic illness point of view. So things that have helped me with traveling, yeah, just stuff like that. So welcome back. Thank you for sticking with me. I hope that you stick with Desperately Seeking Charlotte, and if not, thank you for your support in the past. I totally understand. And yeah, if there's anything particular that you want from me, please leave a comment down below. Otherwise, I will be back on Wednesday and Sunday. I'm going to try and stick to my upload schedules now of Wednesdays and Sundays, with the odd bonus video on a Friday. But until next time, look after yourselves. Bye.